Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, then you wouldn't know that this car originally came with the 1.6 engine from Opel or Vauxhall called the Z16 XEP, and I swapped it to the Fiat Stilo 1.6 engine, and that car for me it was not fast enough, so we installed the 5-cylinder Abarth engine with a manual gearbox inside this multi-wagon. And I've got some important news about this car. If you have followed this series from the beginning, then you would know that I did this build for my father-in-law. He is all fine, thank God. So that's great, good news. But if you follow this series from the beginning, then you would know that everything on this car is stock. Everything is original exhaust, etc. And the reason is that this car had to go for inspection, so I can drive it legally. For example, this car originally came with a 1.6 engine with 105 horsepower, and now it is probably around 170, 190, somewhere in there. And well, if you don't register this engine and you get into a crash, then well, the consequences are big, because they open the bonnet and then they see this big engine and they are like, dude, what happened here? So the only and the best way also is to get the car for inspection. So in the Netherlands and probably also in different countries, when you import or buy a car from a different country, then you have to take the car, in this case in the Netherlands, to the RDW if you are from the Netherlands. And what they are going to do is completely check over the car. So make sure that it's not stolen, it's safe, etc, etc. So anyways, I took this car and this build to that location. I was not allowed to film there. I did a little bit of footage there, and they checked over the car, and what they check is if everything is done right. Since I probably did such a good job, they simply did this. Trust me, they really did this. Nice. And they closed the bonnet. They were like, okay, this looks like stock, like it came from the factory. That's what they said, and they only gave me compliments, which is a big achievement for me because I'm not a mechanic. About 4 years ago, I could not even replace a spark plug. I watched the YouTube videos how to replace a spark plug, and I replaced a spark plug. I then checked YouTube how to do the timing belt, and I replaced the timing belt. Did I make mistakes? Of course. I broke down 2 times with a broken timing belt. But another fun thing also is that if you have a Fiat or Alfa Romeo 147, whatever, and you have the thermostat on this side, I replaced one. I had to install one bolt for the thermostat, and it dropped straight into the bell housing from the gearbox. I didn't know that. I started the engine and it went ding, 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 ding. That's how I replaced the clutch for the first time, because I had to. I never done it before, but that's how I learned to do all this. I'm not a mechanic. I just learn as I go along. I make mistakes, I learn from it, and well, now I did this and I succeeded. Now I went to this place called, I'm gonna show you the address, but that one over there, and inside was a letter, and basically it says, here you got your proof that you did everything right. So we are now road legal, and now I can finally do all the changes that I want to do to the car. For example, the bumper, the lights, maybe the exhaust, things like that. But I did it, and that's the big achievement for me. You know, if you take your car to the MOT or whatever, or if you're German, then they are always like, are they gonna find anything? And if you are a mechanic yourself, then you know, they find some small things, but probably not that much. But for me, as a non-mechanic that works on the street, on the parking lot, and make a build like this, and then you have to go to this place, trust me, I had sweat at places that you don't want to know. Oh man, I was so nervous. I really was nervous. So if you are from the Netherlands and you want to know what they are checking, they basically check if you did everything like it came from the factory, which I did. So the original exhaust, etc. They did emission tests. It was all perfect. They didn't even do a brake test. They just looked underneath the car and they were like, perfect. Is the car perfect? The car is not perfect. This car is not perfect. But I knew that, because I didn't want to do anything anymore to this car unless I knew that the guys from this inspection approved this build. I'm not going to spend any money on a car that won't get approved by those people, you know. But they approved it, so now I can finally build the car that I want to build. And I need your help. So if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button so we can do other builds on this channel. This car never came, or never was, this car was never released with this engine. I'm the first one in the Netherlands, and probably also the only one with this engine. It's a unique car, so let's make it a unique build. I'm not gonna do any AliExpress Temu things on it. I want to keep it original, but you can change the color, maybe wrap it. We're gonna install the bumper from Brazil, make an adaptation to the headlights with LEDs, for example. There's a lot of things that we still need to do. And while I'm looking, I already saw something I'm gonna show you. Let's go. By the way, I hope you can see it on camera. Hope it focus. I'm gonna check. Does it focus? Focus, focus. Yes. Cylinder 2.446. Fiat Stilo station wagon, which is the multi-wagon with the Abarth engine. I did it, and you guys witnessed it. Anyways, I'm gonna get you off here. Yes. And where are you? Hope you can see it on camera, but below there is a oil leak, and I think it comes from the oil filter over there. Let's go underneath the car. No. Oil leak, where are you? Oh yes. Whee! Oh, it's black. Warm. So that must come from the oil filter somewhere in there, that region. The rest still dry, thank God. Also gearbox, etc. You can see it on camera. Everything is dry and original. But I don't like oil. It's not much, but it's leaking, so enough. Well, I think I've got a new video coming up. Oh man, I'm getting too old for this. But overall, guys, we did it. And it's now official. The first and probably the only one Fiat Stilo multi-wagon Abarth with a manual gearbox, completely original. And you might wonder what's next. The next build on this channel will be the Alfa Romeo GTV. I have not worked on it yet, but that's the next build. Of course, we need to fix that oil leak. That will probably be the next video. We have to do the rear bushes on the station wagon, on this car. Rear brakes, for example. Yeah, we're gonna completely rebuild the rear axle, and of course the interior also. There's a lot to do, and I'm glad you guys watched it and you guys stick along. So if you are new to this channel, you're like, dude, what's happening in here? You have to go all the way back to part 1 and see what's happening there. But for me, it's a proud moment. If you have, for most of you, it's probably a boring car, which I understand. It is a standard Fiat, but for me, this is a big achievement because I have built the first and only Fiat Stilo multi-wagon here in the Netherlands, maybe even in Europe, who knows. And I'm driving a car that nobody else has, and that's what counts for me. I hope you liked this video. It was just a small update video, and in the next video we are going to address that oil leak over there and do some small maintenance because it's not perfect and I want it to be perfect. So happy Easter. Yeah, it's still Easter, right? Yeah, it's still Easter. So enjoy your evenings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.